work in an environment where everybody is into business. So I was learning from the people I grew up with. And I grew up with elderly people. You know, when I was I grew up with my father who had me when he was in his 50s. You know,
Wow.
yeah. So, and I'm the number 6 for my dad, you know, number 2 for my mom. So you can understand the background I'm coming from. So to some extent, your mom is there for you, and you also have to be there for yourself. So everybody is going to, you know, compete for the available resources and survival. And that notwithstanding, when I moved to Kano to live with my maternal uncle, I also lived with someone that is elderly, and I became one of his favorites in a family where we were more than 25 in the compound, you know, family house and all that. I became one of the favorites, not because I was, you know, I was extravagant or I was puffy, no, but because I was very, very loyal in service. At my age, even though there was a driver, I go and wash their cars. Even though there was cook, I helped to wash plates in the kitchen. Even though they were housemaid, I sweep, I press their clothes. So these were things that attracted them to me. And they felt this is not it's not easily seen in these days where you are in a home where there is money. Instead of you to be, you know, living large, you are still behaving as if you are one of the paid servants in the house. So I was attracted to them with my loyalty in service and all that. And also I was an introvert. So that was partly why I was really doing those things. Fast forward, after my university, I went to Europe. I stayed in Europe for some years. I came back to Nigeria, and that was when I started feeling the heat, you know, because then no longer under the umbrella of anybody, I needed to start life. And everything was upside down. You know, I would do this business, from this business, I will enter this one, enter this one, enter that one. And every business seems to be frustrating. I couldn't live in Kano anymore than I was living before. I moved to Warri, did some few months. I came back to Lagos. Lagos was, you know, Lagos as accommodative as is, so also it can be very, very difficult to stabilize because nobody is willing to give you a free ride. So I kept doing what I can do, started from motor spare parts through a childhood friend who was in Lagos already, tried to learn the parts business. After 1 year, I ran away. I couldn't do nothing. It was not really my thing. It's not something I think I can excel with because I couldn't, it was not opening up to me, so I couldn't do much with that. So after that, I went into recharge card printing. I did a little bit well with that. I excel with it. Started with 28,000 naira, and from there, I started growing, you know, growing the business to become big. And of course, the banks came in. When banks see that you are doing well, they come in and ask you, what can we do? And of course, they gave me money and I blew the team beyond me. I became a sub-trade partner. You know, I was selling, money was coming. The profit was not much, but the sales was just too fast. I was selling. I was controlling from Ojuelegba to Stadium to Tejo Show down to Lawansing. All the people that are selling from umbrellas, they will come to me and all that. So, but there comes a time the business started nosediving, stealing, shortages, and all that. It got to a stage I could not even pay my house, my office rent because of the losses. And I have to quit from there. And I stayed in the house. When I was quitting, closing up my business, that was when I met my wife in the same building, the same office complex. And we got married within 3 months of meeting her. Yes, there was no courtship. We didn't cut. That is why when people see me and her today, they will be wondering, we started cutting after the marriage.
Wow.
That is why today we look like people that are boyfriend and girlfriend, to use that word. But it's only after marriage we started understanding ourselves and all that, blah, blah, blah. But again, something happened. I will still see the hand of God in here because it was a risk I took, but the risk paid off. Paid off in the sense that she was humble. She was very humble because the person I was to marry, she never wanted a private wedding. I did a private wedding, a weekday mass, Thursday evening, no reception and all that. My wife accepted it, said that she just wants peace and all that. She was a graduate then. She has graduated from UNN, and she was waiting to collect her results and go for youth service when this thing happened. So she was just looking for peace and all that. Say she's not interested in all these bogus things. You have to safeguard money, you need to leave and all that. So, okay, that's fine. And that was how we did this marriage. We had our peace. In fact, when we did the marriage, I went to rent a hotel. When I mean hotel, I'm not talking of Sheraton or Radisson Blue. I'm talking about a hotel that is close to a motor park. You know, that is cheap, that is affordable. Oh, yeah. You know, you see, when you are alone, you don't have a choice. You have to face life squarely. It is not because when people see us celebrating, I just laugh. I pray nobody tells me I would like to be like you. I'll say, okay, pass through the same thing, the same route, you know. So at the end of the day, why I did that was I didn't want my neighbors to know I was going to wed.
Why?
Because I cannot afford, entertaining people. So I just put up a short knicker, put on my slippers, and we went to the hotel. From the hotel, we just one of my friends, came with a car to carry my wife to the church. Then one of my office neighbor gave me a car, a widow. That is why I don't joke with widows. I don't joke with widows. I don't play with widows at all. Gave me a car. That car, she hardly used it because there's no parking space in the office. But that day, she said, come and take the car. So I got that car for 3 days. So I used that car to pack my things inside, that I will wear my suit, my shoe, and everything. So I just strolled out of the compound. And after 2 days, I returned. So we went there. After the wedding, we went back to the hotel. We stayed there. And, third day, everybody just go on casual. We went back home and nothing happened. So my neighbors were still thinking we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So, but it's okay. You see, you have to do it the way it will suit you, not them. Because at this point, it is all about me now. When my business was booming, everybody was around me. But now everything has gone. Who cares? So now after marriage, what next? We need to survive. Yeah, we needed to survive. So my wife started teaching. Okay, we were able to arrange our youth service. So she started teaching youth service. Of course, it's teaching, they give everybody. So she was teaching in one government school in Lutz. And I was really I was not really doing anything. I was not doing anything because I closed my business there. I got married while I was closing business. So it doesn't make sense to anybody. But I didn't listen to anybody because I was almost 30. I was 38. So I said, am I going to be 40 before I will start having children? So I just felt there's no need delaying and waiting to do wedding of 4 million as at 2010 or 2009. So give and take. While she was teaching, I was at home. I started doing this bulk SMS thing, selling bulk SMS online. I was having retainership with some institutions, organizations. I send for them, I sell and all that. So when the money comes, I collect the money on a monthly basis so that it can come in bulk. I tell them to pay. All that. Please call her. Sorry, call her. She's calling me. Tell her not to call me. Tell her not to call me. She's calling me. Give your phone, call her. Sorry for that interruption. A call was coming in. So I was waiting for 3 years. The office I was using before I've left the office. So when she was teaching, after I used service, she continued teaching in some other private schools. At that point, a lot of things was running through my mind. My parents were sending me money for my rent and some stipends to support the feeding. So when my wife comes with her salary, I will tell her, save it. Let's save your money. Life without saving is a problem, because the money I used in doing my traditional marriage was my dollars I kept in my domiciliary account in 2001. That was what I finally used in 2011. So there are times, no matter how bad it is, there are certain savings that will come handy that you don't touch. So we're saving that. We don't know how the future. I still have opportunities also with the little I was getting from my pockets, but I operate from home, so it was perfect for me. Now, I decided to get myself together and say, look, I have done a whole lot in terms of businesses, so I don't want to make mistake anymore. So let me take my time and also wait for God and show me what I will do. I was earnestly praying to God. I said, what else am I going to go into? Because I'm tired. I actually didn't plan to stay in Nigeria. I wanted to come, do one or two things and leave, but I couldn't go back again. I wanted to go back. I couldn't go back. That was how I was stuck in Nigeria. In fact, as I was the day I landed, I wanted to go to the embassy. They said the embassy is in Abuja. I entered. I missed the flight that crashed in Abuja that killed the Sultan of Sokoto. I was to enter that flight. Somebody now told me, don't go that one, just climb upstairs. Climb upstairs. There's Virgin Nigeria or Virgin Atlantic there. There's some Virgin Airways that was operating in Nigeria. Then a lot of things have changed. So he said, just climb upstairs, they fly from here. And that was how I missed the driver that was to take me to that flight, that first flight that morning. And to God be the glory. I just got to Abuja. I on my television. They said that flight has crashed, killing the Sultan, killing a lot of people. I wanted to go to the embassy area, enter the vehicle. One chance, they slushed my bag. I jumped down from a moving vehicle, rolled down, got injured. I said, wow, this is in Nigeria, because I've been away for 4 years or thereabout. And now this is what is welcoming me. So it was a little bit hard. When I just came back, I said, oh, so what we've been hearing about Nigeria is true. Now, then finding myself in this situation. So for these 3 years, I was giving money to pay my rent for the first year. The second year, I was giving money to pay my rent. The third year, I was giving money to pay my rent. This third rent was what changed the narrative. Before the rent came, it came about 3 months before my time was due. So it was just there. So at the second month, just when I was supposed to pay, they brought this long reach to me. I did not want I did not want the rent to just go. I was saying, can't I invest this thing somewhere so that I can get something in return? Because I'm always that type of person that think of productivity, your principal remains. At this point in time, I was being chased by one of my family friend and neighbor in the same compound in Fadei. She kept chasing me to come and do long reach. And the moment I knew long reach, we were very close. We were doing this, I follow how we do some of this real estate thing together and all that. But when I knew that long reach was network marketing, I started avoiding her. I started avoiding her because network marketing, I don't like it. I see it as fraud. I see it as people that are not truthful. I see it as an industry that lacks integrity, and I don't even know what it is all about. Because I didn't know what it's all about.
Just make up your mind.
Yes, I just made up my mind. I don't like, because I don't like the appearances, especially those that carry products all over the place. So I was avoiding her. But there was a time she called me that the maid is collecting car. I should come and see. I should come and say, is it today we have been hearing that they give people car? And after that day, you don't see them with car again. I said, don't worry, I'm not interested. Then a day came, they planned to come. They now came to my house 12 midnight. I couldn't go out. I was already sleeping, and there was no exit door because just a one room self-contained, very small cubicle there. And when I opened the door, I heard her voice, so I said, let me open. As I opened, I said, hold on, I have to lock the door again. Go and fold my mattress and take it out of the living room. Here in this Lagos, all this happened 2014. So, and after adjusting the living room, because my wife was inside with a baby of 6 months sleeping, while me, I was in the living room. So at that point, I ushered them in. He said, we came to see you. I said, okay, you are welcome. Why this late? He said they thought I would not be around, but I knew that they wanted to make sure they went. So the moment I noticed that they've come for marketing, I say, these people have gotten me, but they cannot get me. I went to wake my wife. I said, come. They have come. Come and listen to these people. So I called my wife and she listened to them. But Udeme was insisting I should participate in the listening.
Udeme was there with the...
It was Udeme they brought.
At 12 midnight.
Yes. Udeme slept in the compound. She slept in the compound. So that was just the saving grace, because the person that brought her doesn't know anything about the business. He just wanted me to join. I say, how can I join something you don't do? If I ask questions, he doesn't know. So at that point, I was able to, they were talking. Udeme quickly brought out the sanitary napkin and quickly started doing a demo. I was using one eye to wash. And they were doing it then. They say, touch it. My wife touched it. Say, I love it. I will do it. My wife started saying she will do the business. I kept quiet. The man insisted that I touch it. I said, it's not for men. It's for women. What am I touching it for? She said, no, there's no blood. It's water. Touch it and see how. When I now touched it, I said, wow, this is great. So I started picking interest. I said, this is sellable. This can be sold. I was just thinking of selling because I think all this networking thing, I don't understand how it really works. I now told my wife, do you want to do this thing? Say, yes, okay, I will support you. I'll give you money. You go and do it. So it's no problem. Udeme was insisting that, no, sir, it will be good. You also be part of it. I know you can do it. I said, I had one or two stints with some of these things, and it did not end well, and I don't want to get involved again. I don't like it. So they talked and talked. We now agreed. My wife will start the business, and they left. They left around to 1 a.m. night. So when they left, they went downstairs. So the men went back. They went to sleep in the other girl's room. She herself, she was a single lady. She's not even married then. So as I was going to carry my mattress back to the living room where I would sleep, I now heard a voice, do this, you fly with it. And that was just it. In the morning, we woke up. I told my wife, I said, I don't think you can do this business. You look like a salary worker. Maybe you go and continue your salary. Let me go in for this. And this was how, in the morning, my landlord called me that he's coming. I said, no problem. He called me a day before that very day they came earlier. So I said, no problem, she come the next day to collect the rent. I said, your rent is ready. So, and it was that same day, I now went to register for Long Beach. So at this point, I forgot about my landlord. I didn't remember him. When we went, thank God that these things were products. So when we went, my boots of my vehicle was filled up. It was platinum I did. I used the entire house rent and the remaining money for survivor. I put everything inside. I said, look, I perish. Enough is enough. So, and we went in, and the next day was Sunday. But when the landlord came that evening, he collapsed on my share. I was giving him stories. Because the way I made it clear to him was as if the money was there already. And he was coming to collect it, not even check cash. Then I now started saying, sir, something happened. He just fell on his seat. He wanted to go and take care of his wife that will deliver very soon and all that. So I pleaded with him and I gave him a post-dated check. I said, by month end, you will get at least, you get this. That. So he accepted, said, I've been a good person. I've never defaulted. So we moved. Within a short time, we were able to arrange ourselves for that Saturday. Then on Sunday, the goods were still in the vehicle. We went to church. That was when I saw my wife in action. The moment we closed, she just went straight to the booth, opened the booth, and called some of the church members. Please come. We have something to show you and all that. When she started opening the products, I shook my head. I said, I can't do this business. This is not for me. I can't. I ran away. I went to the church gate. I was looking at her. So she was busy. She even opened the sanitary napkin, started doing
what she saw them do.
Yes, what she saw, she started doing it and all that. So she sold. At the same time, she now got somebody that wants to register. I thought it was a joke. When she finished, she called me and said, look, I'm done. No, let's go. She now started giving me stories, showing me money she sold. Say, we are in business. So this was how we now started. The lady now actually, so for the lady to register, I have to register my wife so that she can register her. So my wife and her registered the same day.
Okay.
So that was so this was how we now started the business. We were selling product. My wife would tie the baby on her back, carry demo kits, go room to room, door to door, shop to shop within the streets, selling panty liner. We got to a stage where we take the product to healthcare centers. We were visiting almost virtually every healthcare center in Mushi and Surulere. We put appointment with the doctors. The day the women will come for immunization, my wife will talk the little she knows, the little we learned from our marriage class, where they were talking about for women's side. Then me, myself, I don't talk because it's for only women. So we were using this to sell a lot of sanitaries. And also we registered a couple of people. We're registering, and so I was doing more of registration instead of selling. So the selling was not too, but we traveled to another state to sell the product. We now finished all the products. As we were coming, we were robbed on the road. We lost all the money. So, so that was that is along this Ore Road. So that's another story. So back to square one. How do we pay
the landlord?
So, but the good thing came the day I promised the landlord. We started getting bonuses from my wife bonus, her bonus, my own, and my daughter that I registered. The money was enough to clear the landlord bill.
Wow.
So we didn't even take note of all this, and we started doing the business. I now discovered that Udeme now came once. She came after many months. She said, I should read these two books. GoPro, Robert Kiyosaki, The Business of the 21st Century. So after reading these two books, I now understood the world of network marketing. And I started doing research. I read so wide. Each product then I will pick, I will understudy the ingredients of all the products, and I started doing presentations. So it was where I started actually succeeding in the business, when I started learning and training people. So I was learning and impacting, acquire knowledge, impacting. So that gave me a lot of leeway and advantage. While my wife, all of us, we were busy doing the business together, and we were able to achieve victory. Within 1 year, I was able to qualify for car. And so I was wondering, when I was talking to somebody today, and the person says, if you don't qualify for car, nobody will believe in you. I said, go and read my book. What you are saying is not correct. I didn't start this business with wealth. In fact, I started from nothing, absolute nothing. I didn't even have my own money to start the business. I borrowed my own rent. And that rent, I sold the product and I was robbed and the money left me. And I never went to borrow money again to start the business. Rather, I have to work earn from the business to take care of the rent. So it is not all about how much you have before you start. I say it is because you are making your goal to be car and trip. That is why you are missing the point and you are stuck now. You don't run a race and be looking sideways. You run a race and focus on the tape, which is the goal, crossing the tape. Irrespective of the position you come at, what matters is you cross the tape, you finish the race. I say, and in this case, it is an individual race. It is not a competitive race. It's a race where you can even collaborate. So I was just only trying to make her understand that when you want to do this business, especially Long Reach is quite different from many networks. People don't understand that. So if you apply some of those methods they use in other networks, it will fail here. The business is already in a system that has been designed. You cannot alter it. You cannot change it. You cannot reinvent it. No matter how you try to innovate, you have to be careful with the kind of invention that you are going to introduce into the system, because the system does not allow few people chasing many goods. And part of what the Nigerian market is facing today is there were so many individuals who embarked on that journey, and how did it end? So many products in the streets. They don't know what to do with it. They don't want it to expire. So they just throw it on the floor. Take it for free if it is possible. Even though it's 1 pin, 1 naira, $1, just take it. And let me get something in return rather than complete loss. Why? Because they went into business without knowledge. And even when you go in without knowledge, like us, we enter without knowledge, we needed to acquire knowledge. People that are joining this business now are lucky. Ma, you will remember when we started this business, we could not get enough resource. We were just doing some kind of blind dates. There were not enough testimonies, apart from some few people that have made it in this business. How many directors were there then? Maybe Madam Titi, Sheung, Olushi, and they finished. There's no other person. There was no other person that was a star director then. There was no other person that was doing this building house and that, nothing to show. So you don't need all these things to show. When you don't have achievement to show, please get knowledge of your product and begin to reel out value to people's life.
Exactly.
You will still make impact. I give you a story. When I first joined this business, when I was in my second year, somebody called me, come and talk to a big man that I'm very close to. I want him to do VIP. I want him to put money. I want him to do this. I said, okay, no problem. After much, we went. When we got to the person's house, I myself, I was tricked, because this is a house that has a Bentley car. Different models of cars are there. New cars are there. SUVs are there. Name it, a rich man, big compound. So we went there, we sat for some time, we waited and all that. And at the end of the day, the man came in. So when the man came, all my ears were already filled up with let him do VIP. Let everybody in the house do VIP and all that. I should tell the man he will qualify for car, he will qualify for trip, he will qualify for this. I didn't even bother, because when I entered the company, I had a change of mind immediately. It was not what I planned to go and say. I decided to say, because I know it will not work. So when the man came and said, oh, okay, are you the one? I said, yes. He now decided to ask me, so what do I have for him? I said, I can see you are doing well, sir. But nevertheless, with this your busy schedule, how are you managing with your health? And the man drew some breath and released it, a kind of sigh of relief. said, it's tough. It's tough. I said, okay, I think this is the best way to come in. And I came in through the health aspects. I started telling him that actually our products, they are supplements, they are organic supplements, they are not really chemically produced products that have side effects. So there are things you could take as lifestyle for as long as you want or as prescribed by your doctor. I said, but nevertheless, we have this product. I started listing each product, the function, each product, the function. I was so fast. Each product, the function, each product, the function, each product, the function. You know, I would talk about some of the product. I would talk about stress management and all that. So by the time I finished, he now said, you talked about one that has to do with stress. Can you tell me that one? I said, oh, this one. He said, you talked about a pot. When you use it to cook, it can even help to prevent cancer and all that, and a colon. And I say, yes, energy pot. So from there, he now chose products. The product he chose was actually slightly above one VIP.
Wow.
Then VIP was about 460,000. And it was slightly above that when we put them together. So I now told the man, I said, I want you to get further discounts. So there's something I want to do. We are not going to sell this product direct retail. I want you to buy from the company. And because I want you to buy from the company, I will also want you to get more discount from these products because you are buying much. So can you give me some names so that we can use it to buy? And I didn't ask for his registration details. I only asked for name and phone number. I say because we cannot do it on our own. The company will not allow. So give us names and phone numbers so that we can show transparency that we're not meant for us to buy and go and resell and all that. I have to devise those ones to make it look too real for the man to understand. So the man said, no problem. Okay, just give me some names of the family members. And I use it to build his 3 legs. I did not ask for bank details because you don't go and ask a big man, give me your bank details. You know the country we are in. Everybody becomes suspicious. He gave me, we did the registrations and all that, got the products, and we gave it to him. After 3 weeks, when I knew that bonus will be paid, I came back with the guy. I said, let's go back to your man. Let's ask him feedback. How is it faring with the products? So we went and he said, oh, he loves the product. They are good. He likes them and all that. There's no problem. Everything is fine. I said, okay. You remember I was telling you the other time that I said, now you have some money to collect. They are already in the e-wallet. You need your bank account so that the company can pay it into your bank account and all that. He said, are you serious? They paid me and I bought blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, they did. I said, okay. What does he need to do so that they can pay him more money? I say, now you are using the products. All you just need to do is get more people to buy and use the product the way you have just done.
You are doing.
So that means you are also helping the company to boost their sales. Yeah. So that brings more money for you. And if those people continue to buy, sir, they will keep rewarding you, even when you are not aware. He said, who doesn't like money? Who doesn't like extra income? I was surprised. He said, okay, he registered 28 staff.
Huh? Wow.
Now, let me pause the story there for another day. And let me ask a question and answer it myself. If I had gone there to start with, I want you to register, I want you to do VIP, I want you to bring be a stockist, I may have lost it.
Yeah. KYP.
I needed to sell value to him. He bought into it without looking at the price. Then after that, I went back for a feedback on how he is faring or he was faring with the products.
Customer care.
After that, I now introduced the business aspect to him.
Exactly.
which is to his favor, which was already waiting for him, a cash in the hand.
He didn't have to wait.
Why won't he embrace it?
Exactly.
I brought out this story to teach one person here about prospecting. Sometimes we are too much in a hurry and we miss it. I will authoritatively say here that I don't do much of prospecting again because of the number of people in my team. I have to solve their problems. If I'm going to prospect, I will spend time for myself and I will not have their time. That will make my team members to grow cold. And when they grow cold, of course, it will make me to continue to recruit without retaining them. Because I love retention more than recruiting in my status. The level I am now, I'm not interested in increasing the number of people I want to sponsor, but rather I want to increase the number of my team members to sponsor more people for themselves because they want to get to where I am.
Exactly.
I cannot on my own move to where I'm going to. So they need me, I need them. And Isaac Newton said something that I could see further is because I stood on the shoulders of giants. So in the long range balance, I am a giant for them. So if I can go low for them to climb my shoulders, it means they will see what I am seeing, they will like what I'm liking, and they will be happy the way I'm going to be happy. And if my team members are happy, automatically I will be the happiest.
Of course.
It is as simple as that. So when we talk about what is your secret of success? My secret of success is seeing God in another man. Because we claim to love God. I have to see God in every team member, not just team member, in every person around me. I always talk about the brand is Longreach. Take away the brand, there will be no team. One thing I have come to learn, that is, I keep learning. It was because of this business I went to do masters in UK. And the experience, part of me today is still in the UK. Because I was able to establish a whole lot.
Not in Dubai. I thought it was Saudi Arabia or something.
No. Saudi, no, I didn't go to that length. I wanted to.
You said you wanted to go to Saudi. Was it Dubai?
It was Dubai, but I did not do because when I discovered that they are still in the process of registration, I decided to wait because I have my kid brother there. He's been there for many years now. Yes, so I wanted him to be involved in it. But when there are ways of doing this. You cannot even run the network there. You can only do combo selling and one-off payment. Yes. So a lot of things you need to understand. One of my classmates is a Saudi Arabian guy, and he told me everything about in the Middle East, how we can do this business very well there, but not the way we are doing it here, because if you look like a pyramid, they will not accept it at all. So what you do is you do it in a one-off sales of combo and all that, so it will be worthwhile. So it's a different plan, a different way of, you just go into more retailing than networking. You do the networking within yourselves and all that, but not in the way they would want it for their government. So when we talk about you want to succeed in this business, you should understand that it takes a whole lot because you have to set it up like a business. Unfortunately, there is this mindset of get rich quick, and that is affecting the industry. People don't want to learn. People don't want to go through the process. What they want is the results. They even want somebody else's result to be their own results without going through the process. And this has become a serious issue creating crisis in the industry. I cannot join a business today and I want to be like Madam Titi. It's not possible. She had a whole rough time in this business. In this business, you must be ready to grow, because if you jump, you will not maintain that height, you drop. Nobody, where you are now, stand up and jump and see whether you remain up. You come down. And where you are today, they did not give birth to you and you just got to that level or height. Grew gradually to get to where you are. Network marketing, give it 5 years to start talking about what have I achieved. Give it 5 years. 5 good years before you start talking of what have I achieved in this business. In this business, you should be boasting with, I have done 30 years in network marketing. I've stayed with this company for 40 years, for 15 years. When you don't have such history, then keep working. Work with your sidelines. Work with your uplines. But one of the greatest ways to grow is to acquire knowledge and start impacting on people, no matter how much you know. Don't wait. If you are not trained, you will not train somebody. There was a time when I first started training myself, we were paying for hall that nobody was coming, eateries. There was a day I came, nobody was there, and 1 hour was going, 1 hour, 12,000. I started talking to myself. I went to the board, carry my marker, I will be talking. Entry levels, you have Q Silver. Then there was no Q Silver, Silver, Gold, Platinum, VIP, 1680 is for VIP and all that. I was just talking to myself, and these are the features, the maximum of 3 legs and that what or what not. After I finished talking to myself for 1 hour, I left, my money gone. I did not say I will not do again. I still went back there the following Sunday, tried to get my wife to join the trail so that we can talk to ourselves. And the person that brought me to the business, 3 of us were just there. And we were just managing, accepting it the way we see it. But you must know, without knowledge, you cannot go far. Knowledge is key. Because not everybody you are going to call your upline for, they will listen to you. People join this business because of you. People listen to you, so they want to join. They want to partner. When you now start saying, oh, let me go and call this person, you have brought in a third party. The empathy may not be the same. What the empathy they have for you may not be the same empathy they have for that person. The reason they want to partner with the business, with the company, may be because of you, to support you. But when you are now bringing a third party, they say, oh, maybe there's somebody else benefiting, so it's not all going to be for you, because they don't understand the leave the business. There's a lot of psychology also in this business that you have to apply. But above all, build a team, but build relationship in the team. Because without relationship building, you will not be able to retain any member you have suffered to bring in. You will discover that you are recruiting people. You have 50,000 members. Out of these 50,000 members, a week, you don't even see 500 PVs. You don't see 1,000 PVs. And the number of people in the that you have as partners or members, they are very high. So what could be the cost? You know, there are so many ways that you can actually grow your business to become successful. But you have to know that patience is also part of it.
Patience.
Since I started this business, there are people that I joined the business before now, but they have overtaken me. I did not go and kill myself. People that I met me in this business, they overtook me. I did not kill myself. They've gone far, but I am still moving, coasting. I always believe I can use my 10,000 members to produce the same PV somebody of 100,000 members is producing. Why? Because majority of my team members will be doing something on a weekly basis. I give you another example. At the early stage, there was a man I will never forget. He came to do registration. He registered his entire family and all of them VIP. I was happy. That actually even helped me to qualify for USA trip because that leg was empty. So it increases the volume and I was able to get the trip. The man did not run the business. He was a business insurance executive. So there was promo going on. So he collected the promos for the VIP and he now left the product that later I will come and collect it. Then later I sent a message that I should sell the product for him. That was my first experience. Foolishly, I did not think otherwise. I said, okay, no problem. So I started paying with my bonuses. It got to a stage, because I agreed, it became a debt. It got to a stage, he was saying he will use police to come and pick me. He will do this, he will do that. Then when I now got my car, I think I've paid to some amounts. I don't know how much was remaining. He now said they will come and collect my car. That was when I now say, you collect my car, you kill me first before you collect my car. Nobody, even though I said you just kill me before you collect it. This car that is my life. The first brand new car we get in my entire life. So I now took the man serious. And then something now dawned on me that I'm anywhere, let me clear him off. And I cleared him off. Today, the man is regretting he did not run the business with me because he resigned, sold some of his property, sold his property and left to the US, relocated to the US. And when he learns that I am now a landlord in the US, he didn't believe his honest. And I told him, I said, not just landlord, I'm now running real estate business, collecting rent from properties in the US. I said, you had a better position then. Now, he doesn't even have a property there. And he was a big man here in Nigeria. He left, he did not set up the business, he just left everything. And he had all the opportunities there, but he was busy pushing another network. Why? I was paying him his money. I have to go through that. He believed so much in that network, he was doing presentations for them. But at the end of the day, everything crashed. Now, I want to draw people's attention. His code was not blocked. Everything was still. In fact, till date, his code is still there. Although it's inactive now, so he will need to reactivate. There is something about long-reach business everybody in this call should take note. And what is it? The long-reach business system is one of the best in network marketing. It's one of the best in network marketing history. I don't know whether the company made mistake or it was intentional. Where when you qualify for a trip, you still hold on to the points, the PVs. You qualify for car, you still hold on to the PVs.
Yeah.
You go with it to climb another rank. They still leave the PVs with you.
Exactly.
And when they are calculating your global sales shares and all this stuff, they are using the PVs to calculate for you. When they are paying you your leadership bonus, they are using
same
your
PVs.
rank, PVs that push you in rank to calculate for you. You can't get it in any network. That is why there is what is called point flushing.
You cannot.
No network will give you.
None.
The Chinese cannot be 100% perfect, but they are better.
They are better. Yeah. Yeah.
The number of millionaires this company has given to Africans, no network marketing company has done that. The number of people this company has lifted up, the number of communities, the number of individual families that have been lifted up financially. And this was one of the reasons I openly say, in Longreach, principality obey principles. Because your background can never deprive you from becoming a millionaire. No matter where you are coming from, if you do what you are supposed to do, build a team, maintain the team, transfer your spirit to them so that what you know, they know. And they are actively involved running their business independently. No matter what somebody has done, that you will remain poor for the rest of your life, that will not stop your alert. Your alert will locate your bank account and it will drop it. And it will keep coming every Friday, every Thursday, or when Longreach is paying. That you misappropriate the money is your own another issue. But you will keep getting that money. You will keep earning. You will earn and earn and earn. What company does that? They take 5%, keep in your e-wallet. And at the same time, they pay you when you use that e-wallet to make orders again. Which company does that? No company does that. They pay you to infinity level, performance and development. If you have up to 10 generations, 20 generations, and somebody come in for the 21 generation, everybody on top earn performance bonus from that person's transaction. Which company will do that? It is because a lot of people don't know what they are into. That is why they don't pursue their Longreach business or take it serious. No, if anybody comes to me and beg me for money and the person is doing Longreach, he's going to have a very hard time with me. I'm not going to give you. I will not give you. The highest I can do, or the best I can do, is to advise you on how better you can grow your business. Why? Because I never had money when I started the business.
Exactly.
So if I can start without money, risk my rent. The rent today has given me rent, made me to be collecting rent from rental properties.
Wow.
Giving me a whole lot. I don't want to be saying much about my achievement because that is not why we are here. Why we are here is how did I get to this point of success?
It's part of it. Motivation. It motivates us.
You know, but the process is what you have to focus on.
Exactly.
The process is tedious. The process is difficult. The process demands patience. The process will make you take a lot of insults. The process is the only thing you are in control of, not the results. But what you put into the process will determine the results. So you need to be, you see, if you hear or you are called upon, there is a meeting going on here. Don't say, I've heard what they are going to say, I'm not going there again. Never you make that mistake. If you keep saying, oh, is it not the same thing they are going to say? I'm not, leave me next time. Yeah, I know what they want to say. You are just killing your dreams. Why? Even the Bible says faith cometh by hearing the word of God, the same word of God. It is the same Bible I started reading from childhood, I'm still reading today. So if you are hearing these words every day, the Longreach words, products, there's compensation plan, achievement, motivational statements about the business, the more you keep hearing that, the more it is increasing your passion. Why? Because you are hanging around people who share the same vision with you. When you keep hanging around with people who share the same vision with you, your vision will continue to be fanned into flame. But when you keep hanging around people who don't share the same vision with you, your vision will die. And that is the very reason you see people, when you are talking in a seminar, they tell you, oh, I will register 1 million persons. I know so many, oh, I know what to do. They will be fired up the moment they leave that arena. Give them a call. How far? They start with, somebody just died. I'm going for burial. Oh, my sister is getting married. My brother is sick. I just came back from the hospital. When they start molding excuses for you, know that that vision was only within the environment where they were preaching the gospel language. After that moment, everything disappears. It can only happen when you are not going, make your friends long reachers. That was what I did. This business made me to change my friends. My phone is open 24 hours for long reachers, but not for non-long reachers. So I think I've overshot my time. Let me give room for questions.
My
I can talk.
Thank you very much. Originally we were supposed to ask you questions. We had ready questions.
Let me give room for questions.
I agree with me that our questions need to change. Do you agree? So what I'll do, first of all, please, can we appreciate our SD in the chat? Let him know that he has given us value. Thank you. And for my leaders that are asking questions, check your questions. If they are still relevant, go ahead. But if the questions have been answered, ask your own question. Eagle Sheyi, you're supposed to go first. But I see that, I see that you have your own. I saw that you asked a question in the chat room. Will you want to go ahead with that, or you still want to? By the way, we call this the meat and bone of long reach.
Yes, so
in terms of strategies, we know that some strategies are soft enough to do. Some strategies are hard, they are tough. That's why this session is called the meat and the bone of the business. You have given it all to in your life story, but I have my leaders here. I know some of them will still want to talk to you. They will still want to ask questions. So I want us to start with Igosheyi. If you think your question, the original one, has not been answered, go ahead and ask. If you want to ask a new one, please go ahead. Thank you. You have the mic.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Wow, SD Emmanuel. Good morning. Good morning this evening.
Good morning.
Wow. In fact, I don't even know what to say again. Okay, so now, my original question, I think one of it can still fly in a way, although you've said it all. But I want to know, firstly, we've learned, some of your strategies and all of that. And then, while you were talking, you mentioned about how you see God in your team members. So I think that has, in a way, answered my first question, which was supposed to be, what strategies did you use to keep your team members active and motivated? So I think, although I wouldn't mind if you can spell that out in black and white, although I already have an idea, because if you say you see God in all of your team members, I can just imagine how you keep them, and then that would help them to still be active and motivated. That's the first one. So I don't know if you want to answer that first, or I should go to my second question.
If you want to ask. If you want to go to the second question. Okay, let me expatiate on that one.
Okay.
When I say I see God in my team members and especially the long reachers.
Yes.
You see, the Bible says, if you must love God, you must love your neighbor.
Yes.
And that is a divine injunction.
Mm.
And I discovered that I need people to be able to push this business.
Mm.
And sometimes people can annoy you.
Mm. Can say that again.
People can make you insult God.
Mm.
People can really stretch you to a level where you will lose it. But like they say, if you know who God is, you will control yourself and ensure you don't incur his wrath.
Mm.
Now, when I say I see God in every human being, I try to love unconditionally. Loving unconditionally means accepting people the way they are. As long as those people are willing and ready to move their business, irrespective of their status in society, irrespective of their educational background, irrespective of their sauciness, irrespective of their character, you have to love them unconditionally and give them equal service like you give to other people, even if it will cost you something.
Wow. Wow.
So a leader, every person is a leader in this business, not by star director. The moment you sign up, your leadership has commenced. It is work in progress. When your team starts growing large, then your leadership characteristics will begin to show. So, as a leader, you are expected to be a father to the team, to be a mother to the team. And everybody becomes your child, irrespective of their age. Whose mother or father, who is a father or mother that hates his or her child?
Nobody.
Because he or she is ugly. Who is a father or a mother that has a deformed child and will wake up one day and say, you, this child, I will throw you away? Rather, that is the child you show more love. I am saying this because I have heard so many complaints of team members saying their uplines hate them because they are not producing PVs.
Okay.
Their uplines does not pick their call because PVs is not coming from their portals. What has that got to do with loving this person? Is your love conditional? So I always liken it to loving God. Even in a terrible condition or situation, even when something bad happens, we say we thank God. Abi? So let's thank God. So I leave it there.
Yes,
I second question.
Wow, in fact, best strategy ever. Okay, so now you're SD3 now, and I want to know, sir, were you able to achieve this organically, or you did this, with some investments here and there, or it was basically an organic thing, team members doing their bit, you doing your bit, and all that?
Okay, when you say whether I'm doing it organically, of course, I'm not the one building alone. I have team members that are also doing their building on their own. Okay, now I will say something here. The only stockist I have brought into this business was Chibuzo, who became a stockist at Diamond 7.
Wow.
He became a VIP at Diamond 6, Diamond 6 or 7. I think Diamond 7. He became a VIP at Diamond 7 also. So he was Diamond 6 he was silver as a diamond 6. That is to tell you where we are coming from.
Wow. Wow.
Chibuzo himself started as a preferred customer because then you will need to do the combo then was 37,500, no PV. The combo that was there. So we have to buy normal this thing without doing that combo. He did 33,000. It was not up to 120 PV. So he has to be going to sell products. I will give a product to go and sell. He will sell, and at a point he was retailing panty liner.
Wow. Wow.
So when you are talking about invest, I got my first card. I didn't know what it's called XYZ.
Amazing.
I didn't know. Then you must do your 80,000 PVs within 1 year. I got it within. The promo started in January. I got the car by September.
Wow.
You know. So now all this, I was not too much knowledgeable about the business, but I was just working. Now, I will tell you something about organic team building. People don't believe what is real. And that is what has made me to hold on to retention. The people that come into the business, I want them to be working on a weekly basis. Because if we are working on a weekly basis, everything becomes easy. I don't have strength for prospecting. I keep saying it. After about 1 year, when the team started expanding, what I started doing was to be following my team members to go and do their own prospecting. I don't know people in Lagos that much then. So where I came from, Kano, Kano is scattered. Everybody have lost contact. So Lagos, the only way out was to help my team members to meet their people. And that I was good at. I devoted my time to do that. So every week the PVs must show. There is nothing as sweeter and better for your team members when you are always going around with them. It's like a child that was beaten in school by some people, and the parents, I say, be in the front, let's go and show me who touched you. You know what will be in the mind of the child. The child was very happy. So my father is going to teach that boy a lesson. You know, because the new person that just came into this business wants to be like you, but has not much knowledge and confidence to be able to win the prospects' hearts. So, but with you there, the person is happy, and it becomes the ABC system of prospecting, where the A, the B is the bridge between A and C, the C is the prospect, and the A is you, the upline or the leader. So this exactly was the pattern I use. I am actually not a fan of too much investment. I'm not saying investment is bad. Some of my team members went into investment. Strike a balance with it. You want to become a stockist, I don't have a problem. Make sure you have a team to service before you become a stockist. Some of my team members left my team to join another team in this language because I refuse to talk to their investors.
Wow.
Some leaders in Longbridge don't want me to talk to their team members because they feel I don't encourage investment. But with my little knowledge about the industry, I don't see it working for too long. It's not sustainable.
It's not.
But reality is now facing us in the face.
Yes.
So we are now adjusting and learning. It is going to be a painful one, but there's no problem. We can still get out of it. Patience. 1, 2, all products in the streets that are in the black market today, they have expiry dates.
Yes. Yes.
The majority of them will expire next year. That is one. Secondly, nobody will exhaust his or her product in the black market and still go and buy expensively to come and resell in the black market again for cheaper price. Nobody will do.
Not at all.
So It is now ignorance versus knowledge.
Mm.
Who wins? Who will come out stronger?
Wow.
Definitely, knowledge will win. Ignorance will run out of stock. Knowledge will continue to cost on. And by the time ignorance is running out of stock, ignorance has been able to market long-reach product to beyond our reach. That more people will be hungry for the products.
For the products,
and because more people will be needing the products because of the efficacy of these products, knowledge will now take over the sales and stabilize business again. That you are airborne does not mean there will be no turbulence. But there comes a time everybody will sail quietly again. So for anybody that thinks long reach is going to die, long reach is going to close up, nobody can coast on with this, it is not going to be so forever. This is the midnight of the business. There is morning, there is afternoon, there is evening, there is midnight, and comes again a dawn.
The morning, yes.
So because we are moving, we will soon see the morning.
Yes.
No matter how dark it will be, no matter how horrible the nightmare will be, morning will come. We'll get back to our feet again.
Yes.
And we will move.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much.
And that is why I am made in worry.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Can you quickly tell us how we can get your book, copies of your book?
I have the book in Ojuelegba. I have in the head office at the bank, First Trust Bank is there. Then I have in Ogudu there, Treasure Hub. I have in Liberia. I have in Cameroon. I have in UK. I have in I have them in Owerri, in Imo State. We have in Enugu State. We have in Port Harcourt. We have in Warri. We have in Benin. You know, then anywhere you are, if you want it, we can always ship the book to you. Just reach out to me on Facebook Messenger, and you're good to go. You know, Ibadan, if you want from Ibadan, just beep me, and you can always get the book across to you. That is it.
Thank you very much, my SD. God bless you. We got value, didn't we?
Of course we did.
Yes. Thank you so much. Well,
yeah, we have in Abuja. We have in Abuja also. We have in Abuja. Just send me a DM on Facebook Messenger. I will give you the complete lowdown of where you can get the book. It's rich. The book is rich. It's self-mentoring, because at every challenge you get, there is a solution to take care of that challenge. So in the book, when you are going through any challenge, you just try as much as possible. Go to the book and say, oh, this problem, what is the solution? You see there. What is the problem? Your solution, you see there. And the solution is not going to be written solution. You will see how I got out of it.
Exactly, exactly. Experience is the best teacher.
Yes, that is what I put here. It's loaded.
Dr. Simi, will you please give the vote of thanks? Dr. Simi. Dr. Simi, please give the vote of thanks.
Good morning. Good morning, my SDs.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Eagles team, we are we really appreciate you. We are happy to be with you. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your wealth of knowledge that you have decided to share with us tonight. We really appreciate you. The Lord will continue to bless you and bless your business and bless your family.
Amen. Amen.
And even your team, the Lord will grant to you your heart desire concerning this business, and He will reward you greatly in Jesus' name. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We have learned a lot, and we pray that in the nearest future you will hear great things concerning the Eagles. great things concerning this team, and you'll be proud that you came to this platform tonight. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Mom. I wish you all well. We will see you in the crowded talk. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.